Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/cheating stories, where OP took a page from r/ProRevenge. Let's begin. I abandoned my ex-girlfriend and her friends in another city after I caught her cheating. Posted by Reddit user Sergeant Slaughter X.
Kinda long sorry. Fake names also. So this happened Sunday. Me and Maria have been together for maybe 5 months but have known each other for 10 plus years. I met her through her sister Maya. Me and Maya used to work at a strip club in our early 20s for a while. We were friends with benefits for a while till we both felt more of a brother-sister vibe, and she became one of my best friends during that time. She quit the club when she got pregnant and I met Maria at the baby shower. Maya has always been the black sheep while Maria has been the goody-goody in the family. Their mom was very religious and so was Maria, but not Maya or their dad. Their mom died maybe a year and a half ago though. Maya ended up setting us up way back then, but I was moving away for a bit to work so it didn't work out at the time. We would hang out whenever I was in town, but the timing wasn't right for a lot of reasons. Fast forward to this past summer when we reconnected at a bar when I was visiting some friends in that part of town. I live 20 minutes away and work a lot so I'm not over there often. I hadn't seen her in maybe a year. We hugged and ended up talking all night and into the morning. She had definitely changed in the time we've been apart. While Maya is very attractive, Maria is a certified baddie. She looks like a thick Becky G. When we were hanging out back then she was really modest. But since her mom passed she opened up a lot, started dressing up and all that. We talked about a lot of stuff and she told me I was her first adult crush and she kinda hoped we'd get married and have kids when we were young. We were both drunk, but she started crying and we went to her place and just talked all night. She told me she loved me that morning over waffles when we were sober. We started dating quick and went official and all has been good. I do work a lot but we spent all our free time together. Sex has been great. She opened up about that too. She's confessed that she's bi but has only been with one girl when she was young and been wanting to hook up with a girl with my permission. She knows about my history and that I've been cheated on multiple times by different girls. So I'm not into sharing like that, but she'd bring it up every so often but it wasn't something I'm interested in right now. Fast forward to this Sunday. She has a group of friends and 2 of them are getting married in a few months, Victor and Andrea as well as Jose and Reina. The engaged couple are getting married about 3 hours away, and they wanted to go and see how everything is and make more plans for that weekend. Basically a mini vacation. We worked out a deal where Vic was gonna pay for everyone's rooms and I'd drive cause I'm the only one with a big vehicle to drive all 6 of us. Vic has big money so it's not a problem for him and I didn't mind driving. We had a good set exploring and seeing the wedding site, and Sunday we were gonna go bar hopping and stuff. We went to this spot that has a bunch of clubs and bars in walking distance. Eventually Jose wanted to go to a bar to see the second half of the Super Bowl, so the guys and girls split up and were gonna meet after the game. The girls ended up at this gay club, so we walked over there and it was pretty busy. We got in and went looking for them. We found Andrea at the bar getting a drink and Reina was in the restroom. There was a long line and she said Maria went to go look for Andrea while she waited in line. We go looking for Maria and Reina sees her first and I see the look on her face and start looking around. Reina doesn't even say anything and takes Jose and they walk away and Andrea is like, what the fuck? Then I see what's up. So the club has these little booths that open up like little cabanas. There I see Maria getting fingered by some girl basically and some dude is grabbing her tits and kissing her. Like basically tongue fucking her. Vic looks at me like I was gonna go start a fight but I don't know. I literally felt dead inside and just left. Went back to the hotel and got my shit then drove all the way home. Yesterday Vic and Jose hit me up separately and said it was fucked up I left them stranded. But they understood and no hard feelings, but Andrea called me and said I was an asshole and said I should have manned up and confronted her then. And would have seen that Maria was super fucked up and not in her right state of mind. Supposedly she got wasted, I don't know. I've seen her drink and she can hold her liquor so that doesn't compute with me. Vic said after I left Andrea went and got her and she started crying when they told her I saw everything. Maria called me and texted me begging for me to just talk to her this morning and showed up at my job, but I'm taking the rest of the week off so they told her I wasn't there. Maya came by earlier and as soon as I saw her, I started crying. I haven't felt this way in so long. She told me she understands and we talked for a while, and she told me she's gonna tell her sister to just leave me alone and if I want to talk to her I will. I just can't forgive betrayal and she know this. I've cut family off for less, and it's nothing for me to drop someone out of my life if I have to. I've been alone most of my life so it doesn't matter anyway. What really gets me is before all this was going on, she started bringing up having kids and getting married. Even making comments at the venue said that I'd look handsome in a suit but we could get married in flip-flops and she'd be happy. I can't get the look of her face out of my head from the club. Sorry this is so long I just needed to be vent, I don't know.
So let me get this straight. Your girlfriend cheated on you after just a few months of dating, after you had your fill with her sister, after you ignored all of the red flags that she showed you, and now you're heartbroken that she cheated on you? This story is so fucked up in so many ways. Honestly, OP, you did the right thing. She had a lot of red flags, as I said before, and you deserve better than that. And finally, one last piece of advice: for the love of Jesus Christ, please go to therapy. And now for today's second story. My girlfriend isn't paying rent. Should I break up? Posted by Reddit user Lucas Lifting Heavy.
I have been together with my girlfriend for nearly 4 years now. She comes from a wealthy family. Well, her extended family is wealthy. Her parents are somewhere in the low 7 figures, but she never had to worry about money. Therefore, she never really had a job. Sometimes she would work for her dad's company, but that would only be minor tasks. I never really worried about that because it was made clear she would take over the business and thought she'd get everything together by then. At one point, I got a bit annoyed that she was always at home and got her a job through a friend of mine where she works a few hours per week. I kind of became suspicious when she didn't finish her degree and confronted her about it. But she shrugged it off and told me it wasn't any of my business, as long as she was able to pay rent and contribute financially to our life. Since communication is very important to me, I was a bit alarmed. During the last year, things got rocky. For reference, we split rent and costs for our dog 50-50. Since I'm using her car sometimes, I give her half of the leasing rate plus gas. Other spendings are all from our own accounts. Last summer, we went on a road trip where I paid for everything. Afterwards, I told her the total, expecting her to pay me back. She told me she couldn't afford it, which I thought was weird. First of all, because I know she got a huge check from her dad the year before, and I thought it was a bit unfair not to clarify beforehand. Since then, she only paid rent sporadically. When I confronted her about it and asked her when she was going to contribute again to our shared life, I barely got an answer, or she told me she couldn't afford it. To be clear, it's not about the money but more about the way of not communicating about this issue. Am I expecting too much? How could I address this better? Or is this a major red flag? TLDR. Girlfriend stopped paying rent. Am I being used, and break up or try a different way to communicate?
Listen to me, young man. Before you get fucked in a major way, you need to run for the hills. She obviously isn't a responsible person. She is definitely not taking over the family business, that's for sure. And it's only a matter of time before her parents get sick of her shit. If she was my daughter, I wouldn't trust her to run my dog, let alone my company. I personally wouldn't invest another moment with her. And now for today's final story. Am I the asshole for canceling the birthday party I planned to throw for my wife after what she did? Posted by Reddit user Dice267990.
I remarried after my late wife passed away. I have a son, 15. My current wife and I have been together for 2 years. She generally has a good relationship with my son, although they tend to have some disagreements from time to time. My son has background in arts that involve wood. He used to help his grandfather with his woodworking and learned how to make handmade wooden items and use them as gifts. I planned a dinner party for my wife's birthday at a prestigious restaurant. The day before the party, she was cleaning my son's room and saw what he got her for her birthday, and that was a wooden tree with mine, hers, and his name on it. She talked with him and told him while she thought it was a sweet gift, she asked that he don't bring it to the restaurant and give it to her there. Why? No idea. When my son told me this, I just had to call her out on it. She flat out said that she thought the gift looked ridiculous and she didn't want it to be seen in that prestigious restaurant and in front of her guests. I lost it on her and told her she should be ashamed of herself for saying this when my son was being sincere and thoughtful. She swore she wasn't ashamed nor embarrassed by his work, and even said she'll take the gift, but she simply didn't want it to be seen there. I told her not to worry about it since I decided to cancel the whole thing. She went off on me, calling me unreasonable for outright canceling her birthday over such trivial thing. I refused to keep arguing, but she threw a fit about how I ruined her birthday and made her lose respect for me and my promises. My son kept the gift since she left the house 2 days ago, and her mom has been chewing me out for my decision and calling me an asshole for treating her daughter like this. It could be that it was not a big deal and I overreacted, but my son was feeling hurt by her request.
Holy hell, not the asshole here. Your wife doesn't sound like a very kind person, like at all, but an incredibly shallow, childish, and cruel bitch. Also, how old is she to have her mom chewing you out? And for what reason? For calling out her stupid behavior? God damn, what the hell is wrong with these people? Anyways, OP, thank you. Thank you so much for having your sons back in all of this. That means more than you know to him. You're a good man and an excellent father. Well done. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.